Thank you for joining us today. So my name is TABASA from Dentsu, and I'll be facilitating today's session, Stakeholder-centricity at the heart of Japan's creativity. So stakeholder-centricity is a term we hear in business recently, but what it means in practice can look very different from one company to another. So that's why we are delighted to be joined today by 3 companies that bring very different perspective to this topic. Hiro-san, Megumi-san, NOZOMI-san, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Okay. So, and before we begin, I just like to say congratulations to the Nikka Whisky and the Ajinomoto-san. New York Han Lions wins this year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Shimoda-sanがいない. Okay. So please let me introduce our speakers. So first from Ajinomoto, we have Hiro-san, the manager at the Communication Design Department. For more than a century, Ajinomoto has been contributing to people's well-being through food and nutrition, while exploring how business growth and the social value creation can go hand in hand. And then next, we're pleased to welcome Megumi-san, Chief Growth Officer at the Heralbony Europe. So Heralbony is creating new social and economic value through the talents of artists with disability, while challenging conventional perception of inclusion and creativity. And joining us from Nikka Whisky is NOZOMI-san, brand manager in the marketing division. So for more than 90 years, Nikka Whisky has built its reputation on craftsmanship, authenticity, and long-term commitment to quality. So before we start their presentation, I'd like to set a simple objective for today's discussion, because stakeholder centricity, it's a little bit, like we hear often, but it's like it can be very different things depending on the company, but also the industry, and even the individual. So rather than trying to define it, like it's just one term, we like to explore how it's put in practice. And so what does stakeholder centricity look like in action? How does it influence decision making? And through creativity, how can business create value not only for customers, but also for a broader ecosystem of stakeholders? So today, we'll hear 3 very different perspectives, I think. And we hope that you'll leave today not with a single definition, but with a few practical perspectives, keywords, examples that you can bring back to your own organization. And later, you also have the opportunity to experience Taketsuru peer mode and also small collaboration between these companies. So please enjoy the session, and let's begin by hearing Ajinomoto presentation by Hiro-san. Can you?
Okay. Thank you, Tabasa. Hi, everyone. My name is Hiro from Ajinomoto. It's nice seeing you. First of all, I would like to thank Dentsu for providing this opportunity for us. It's really nice. I have to do it myself, sorry. So, how many of you know Ajinomoto? Perhaps not many, but it's fine. Oh, thank you. But if you hear that we discovered umami, which is the 5th basic taste, maybe your perception might change a little bit, okay? So for over 100 years, Ajinomoto has explored the potential of amino acid. While many people know us as a food company, our expertise extends far beyond food, from health, nutrition, to advanced technologies. So even if in your mobile phone, our products are used, actually. We call this technique aminoscience. Today, however, I would like to talk about the people, not the technology, right? So today's theme is stakeholder centricity. For our company, stakeholder centricity, we call it fan building. Fans are not only consumers. We believe that they are everyone who supports our business or our journey. So it's like media agencies, creators, other business partners, everyone involved in our process is our fan. Building fan has been part of our DNA since our founding. This is our founder. And our first original product, the umami seasoning, Ajinomoto, was not something people understood immediately because it's a very innovative product. So what we had to do is that we had to communicate its value and teach people how to use it. That's why communication has always been at the heart of our business. Now, our company runs one of the biggest recipe sites in Japan, which has over than 13,000 recipes. And it's not only in Japan, but also other countries like Thailand or even France or England. We also have recipe sites like this. Through recipe platforms and nutrition programs, we have worked for decades to improve people's diets, health, and well-being. We've even supported the Japanese Olympic and Paralympic athletes through nutrition initiatives. So for a long time, we believed that these efforts were for everyone. But then we discovered something important. Our recipe websites were heavily relied on photos or visual instructions. While they work very well for many people, it also created a barrier for those who have visual impairments. And once we recognized this issue, we thought, okay, we have to do something, right? So we realized the fundamental. Cooking has to be for everyone. Cooking is more than preparing food. It's creativity, it's independence, connection, and joy. No one should be excluded from this experience. So we asked ourselves this question: what if the recipe itself designed for listening instead of viewing? That question led to the creation of the Voice of Food. Voice of Food is more than a technology project. It is a commitment to inclusion. It reflects our belief that true stakeholder centricity is not about serving the majority, but it's about recognizing those we may have unintentionally left behind, and designing experiences that allow everyone to participate. Because when we do that, we just don't create customers, we create fans. And if we have more fans, we believe that it will be creating a better society.
Wonderful.
So today, I would like to share our case film, which actually won the bronze medal in the audio category. So please enjoy.
Congratulations, and
Thank you.
Good to go.
Cook until golden brown. Caramelize the onions.
But how do you cook what you can't see? In Japan, 300,000 people live with visual impairments.
目が見えないと料理できないでしょって。
でも自立するためには料理って大事なんです。レシピを使いこなせたらもっといろいろ作れるのになって思います。
Technology can read recipes aloud for the blind.
Flip until the color changes. Once it starts to glaze.
But most instructions are written for one thing: sight. Ajinomoto runs one of Japan's largest recipe platforms. Yet 80% of its recipes include visual cues. So we thought, what if we rewrote recipes for the ears? Meet Nikki, a blind culinary creator with the perfect solution.
音の変化がきつね色を教えてくれるんです。
This is the voice of food.
耳を傾けると食材や調理器具の声が聞こえてくるんです。
Listen. Take tempura, for example. That's when it's golden, or stew. It's ready to eat. Together with Mickey, we rewrote the 100 most accessed recipes, replacing visual cues with sound, and launched a new website.
今これをちょっと撮ってもらうことできますか？
Low vision students started their first cooking club.
音の変化が自分が思っていた以上に分かりやすいもので、周りに聞かなくても自分で音だけで判断できることが多いんだな。
Thousands could cook independently using sound, the new culinary language. Ajinomoto didn't just make recipes accessible, it redefined how recipes can be written. Because sometimes the most important ingredient is listening.
食材はいつも話しかけてくれていたんです。私たちが気づかなかっただけで。Buy some food.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Hiro-san, for the insightful presentations. Okay, so can I hand over to Megumi-san for the Heralbony presentation?
Thank you. Hello, my name is Megumi from Heralbony. All these all these the yummy sounds make me hungry. It was very nice. So I would like to kick off my presentation with our case film from the Cannes Lions last year.
In Japan, there are many people with intellectual disabilities who produce striking and deeply expressive works of art. But their art is often given away practically for free in exchange for donations. Despite the high quality of their work, they cannot make a living from it. One company decided to challenge this status quo. They noticed that a common element in the works of artists with intellectual disabilities is repetition, often visualized as patterns.
私たちは障害のある人が描くパターンアートをデザイン IP 化することで様々なアイテムへの展開ができることを発見しました。
First, they launched a luxury brand featuring these designs in dresses, shawls, and other fashion and lifestyle items.
アートがそのままお洋服になってる感じがすごい素敵で。
Then they applied the designs to hotel interiors, airline amenities, and other collaborative projects.
社会と生活のあらゆる空間の中に入り込んでいくことができるビジネス。
Heralbony's initiative was a huge hit and covered extensively by the media. In 6 years, the brand has greatly expanded. Artists' earnings from Heralbony have grown by 15.6 times, which for some is enough to make a living. Heralbony also earned an LVMH Innovation Award.
Luxury is not only about selling extraordinary product. It's also about storytelling, having a genuine message, emotions.
ヘラルボニー、このブランド名は知的障害のある我々の兄が子供の頃ノートに記した謎の言葉なんです。共に生きてきた兄は決して欠落ではない。このブランドを世界に広げることで障害のある人の可能性を証明していきます。
Thank you. So it pretty much summarizes what Heralbony is about, but just to add several information for you to have a better understanding. So as you saw on the video, so Heralbony started as a very personal family story. And these twins on the side, very cute faces, they really wanted to change how people see their brother with disability through the power of business and creativity. And the name Heralbony, it also came from their brother. And Shota, the brother, his name is Shota, and he used to copy the logos of corporates over and over, and among them there was a Heralbony. If you read Japanese, you can identify what's written on the notebook, but this word Heralbony never existed before in any language. So when we Google the meaning, there was no results, but now we could find 100 million on Google now. And the reason why we took Heralbony as a title is that, for those who might have something very interesting within themselves, but might not have the opportunity or media to tell about something interesting, we could be the translator for them. So with that determination, we founded this company called Heralbony. So we are, in short, we are a brand and art agency representing the artists with disabilities. And what we do is very simple. We transform their art into many different kinds of products, like the shirts that I'm wearing, and actually my pants as well. There's a little art on my hip, actually. And the business model is pretty simple. We stand between the artist or like an artist studio and our collaborators, and we manage the massive art data of nearly like 3,000 art pieces, and we provide the curation narratives to our brand, the collaborators, and they pay for the royalties, and we pay the royalty back to the artist. So it's very simple, very sustainable, creative, engaging business model that we do. And what we do, simply put, for example, this is the first business class amenity pouches for Japan Airlines and Arts Nikon camera. And this was produced only like 800 pieces, but actually there are a lot more people, like 8,000 people who actually wanted to purchase, and it was pretty, kind of hard to win one of those. And we were Cannes last year. We were the gold winner of glass, thanks to the support from Dentsu. We won the Gold Lion together. And, thank you very much. Thank you. And when it comes to stakeholder-centricity, it's all about artists for us. So whenever we go out to the stage, like, the big stage at the Cannes Lions last year, or the collaboration with our clients, it's always with our artists. And last year at the Cannes Lions, at the Debussy stage, Satoru Kobayashi, he's one of our artists who've been working together since the very beginning. He made his presence on the stage to perform live painting performance in front of all the prestigious marketers and agencies. And the reason why we do this is that, together with artists, every project, every collaboration we do, we always ask for the approval from the artist. And together with them, we can really make this genuine interaction. And what they bring by themselves and as an artist, it's incredible. It's beyond the word. It's something makes experience very special for everyone. And we were in New York with the brother Shota and the twins back in May. We were there to receive the discipline from the one show, actually. So our business is growing, and now we were working with artists all over the world. This is the artist from Belgium. And it's always about the artist and how we can, create the relationship and the genuine experience with our collaborator. That's what really matters the most. And through these collaboration, I'm really bad at clicking this. What we deliver is that, through the collaboration with Heralbony and with our artists, we see the clear improvement and the growth in the brand favorability, and also the 30% of the competitor users of the brand we collaborated expresses that they would choose this specific brand who collaborated with Heralbony because of all the storytelling, because of all the good cause, because of all the experience that they had through the artist. And why it works? It's the genuine, powerful storytelling with the beautiful artwork. And also the right artists to be curated for each collaboration. So together with all this, we provide this engaging general interaction. That's what makes us very special. And today, I'm here with this beautiful artwork. It's done by Yasuhiro Kobayashi. You could you could see this artist is perfect for this can, by the beach, floating on the sea. This art is actually going to be on the cup that you'll be receiving at the end of this session. And there will be a QR code on the cup to see how he creates the work. And he's brilliant. He's like a Buddha, calm person. So I hope you're going to enjoy his work as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Megumi-san, for the beautiful presentation. Actually, I got this scarf at the store.
Thank you. It's an art from Belgian artist that I showed, actually, Ivan.
Yeah,
Very
so
nice.
beautiful. I saw it his first time, a nice hair. but it's a swimming hat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like every work is really inspiring for me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, I also bought it.
She got a
Scarf.
Yes. So we are cooperating.
Thank you. You can find all these products online as well. So if you are interested, please.
You're a good salesman.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So next one is Nikka Whisky from Nozomi-san.
Yes. Hi, I'm Nozomi ODAOHARA from Nikka Whisky. I'm a brand manager looking after our prestige brand. I know today's session for the stakeholder-centricity. However, please let me introduce our company, Nikka Whisky, first, because our history and philosophy is really connected with stakeholder-centricity. Nikka Whisky was founded in 1934. We celebrated our 90th anniversary 2 years ago. We have one of the longest histories in the Japanese whiskey industry. Nikka Whisky has a wide variety spirits whiskey. However, modern product, what defines us is the philosophy beyond them. So, as a heart of Nikka Whisky is our founder, Masataka Taketsuru. He is often called father of Japanese whiskey, as the very first Japanese to learn whiskey making in Scotland. However, for us, he is something more. He was someone who lived between cultures. Let me explain it. He was born into a Japanese sake brewing family and was expected to take over his family business. However, he began to have an interest in Western spirits, such as whiskey, and traveled to Scotland to learn whiskey making. He encountered a different culture, the way of thinking, the way of living. He married a Scottish woman, Rita, and after returning to Japan with his wife, he helped establish Japan's first distillery. And later, he founded Nikka Whisky in Hokkaido. At that time, unfortunately, there was no whiskey market, and no whiskey culture in Japan. However, he had a true visionary and creative mindset. He had a dream to create his own ideal whiskey and share it with people in Japan. To me, his life feels like blending, not to erase differences, but bring them together. The way of thinking shapes how we see whiskey today. This is our founder's quote. He believed whiskey is not something to drink, but something connect people and the moment for the joy of life. At the Nikka Whisky, we express it through simple idea, savor the joy of life. We got the Gold Lions last year by this approach. Oops. It doesn't work? Oh.
Sorry, movie should start, but probably there is a...
Okay. In this movie, we do not highlight any specific product.
It's moving now.
Oh, it's coming. Thank you. So in this movie, we do not highlight any specific products. There are no labels here. Nikka Whisky believes whiskey has a role beyond consumption. It'll bring people together without labels. This approach, this way of thinking is truly connected with our founder's philosophy. So back to the topics, stakeholder centricity. I remember. So what does stakeholder centricity really means for us, Nikka Whisky? To be honest, so it is stakeholder centricity is not a term we usually use. Sorry, Tabasa.
Yes. Is it so?
Oh, really?
No, I mean like for the when we talk like about like like creative, like creating the creative works, and then we don't really never use it, but
yeah. But when we were invited to this session, we paused and we reflected. Then we began to notice something. So the way we make authentic whiskey, the way we respect nature surrounding the distillery, the way we work with people, all of this, the origin of Nikka Whisky, they've always naturally connected. Then we realized stakeholder centricity has always been a part of Nikka Whisky.
Actually, the Masataka-san was planning using the word, not using the word, but like he was like really focused on like well-being, right?
Right.
And then 90 years ago. So
yeah, it's amazing.
It's a very surprising thing.
Yeah. Oh, here she is also a Nikka member at the Dentsu, so she knows you well. So then we realized it. So stakeholder centricity is not a concept, not a strategy. It is a culture shaped over nearly 100 years by our founder's philosophy. Nikka Whisky believes that whiskey cannot create just us. It's created by all the people, with the people who love the whiskey. We seek to create new culture through whiskey. We have carried forward our founder's vision and philosophy, not a strategy, not a concept, but culture that are lived in our daily works. What began as one person's belief has slowly become our culture. More over 90 years. Now, when we step back, when we look back, we realize that this is a stakeholder centricity. Finally, I'd like to share our film that won the Gold Lion last night. It was an amazing night.
Moment.
This film expresses our founder's life philosophy. Please enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the beautiful presentation. Okay. So before we move into the panel discussion, we'd like to invite you to enjoy a special tasting of Nikka Whisky Taketsuru Pure Malt. So can we start serving that? It's already you have. Okay. Because we've already heard like today through the wonderful presentations, and stakeholder centricity is not just about like what company says, like but they will like what they create, and also like the experience they bring to people. So this is really the fitting opportunity to experience that. So please enjoy Taketsuru. Okay, so from your presentation, like amazing, and it's like there are so many like keywords coming up, like it's genuine message, like emotion, storytelling, like to be a translator from Megami-san, and presentation also like Hiro said, fun building is really the stakeholder centricity, me too, right?
Yep.
And then creation with artists is a stakeholder centricity for Heralbony, and it's culture.
Yeah.
It's really different, dear difference.
That's right.
Your difference. Like.
Yeah. So I think like let me start with question, because you all like said about like really nice like culture, how you like do like the stakeholder centricity in practice like always, but there is like a lot of like you do all the time. You explain that, and I think it's really important to mention about like maybe like beyond what you would do to practice stakeholder centricity, what will deliberately not to do, because sometimes not to do is really important important as like you do, you not to do. So it makes culture, it makes like those like belief as well. So I like to question for that, and can we start with?
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, to be honest, I think what I'm going to say is pretty much going to be same for all three companies. And I would say that what we will deliberately not do is not to, let's say, betray our stakeholders. So for example, for us, it's like for everyone, like, but basically it's about the consumers, right? So we don't want to provide anything that's not delicious, it's not easy to use. Maybe perhaps for Heralbony, it's the artist that you cannot betray. And for Nikka, it's going to be the culture, right? So that's one of my ideas.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much. But not to betray
No betraying.
stakeholders. What do you think about Megami-san?
I think there are two things. One is because like what we do is like the artistic collaboration, and sometimes people might think just putting the art on top of like the product or packaging, that's it. No, it's like that's not something that we do. It's more like we curate the narratives, we create the relationship, we create the special experience between the brands and the artists, because that's what makes it very special.
Yeah.
And so every curation for the collaboration is always different, and there is always a reason why we choose specific artists for specific projects, and every storytelling should be told in a very different like media to like really complete the experience.
Okay.
And the second thing is to go forward. I mean, to like execute the project without the artist's approval. There are sometimes the difficulty of like, meeting the, like really trying to making the consensus between the artist's intention and also the brands. But it's very important to respect the intention of the artist, because that's what they're special for. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I thought like approval, when you say approval in a presentation, it's really like and I also like Hiro-san said about like not to betray. So it's like taking approval, and also like not to betray about stakeholders. Like respect is really important.
Perhaps betray was a bit of a strong word. I would say not letting your expectation down, right?
Okay, thank you very much.
That's what I would say.
How do you think about that, like Nozomi-san?
Oh, there are two things we never do. So first, we never do go against the whiskey culture. Because as I mentioned during my presentation, So Nikka Whisky has always passion and love to the culture of whiskey. Second is we never do anything which couldn't be proud in front of our founder. We always ask ourselves, is it correct? Is it correct for our founder's philosophy or not? Even most of employees have not met him in person. However, his philosophy is alive in my mind. So that's the Nikka way.
Which is really interesting and a great thing because like
you think so?
you never met him, but like you were talking to him like kind of like he was like he's still like existing.
Yeah. I don't know why, but most employees believe that this style, the way of thinking is true for us.
Okay. I think it's really common thing is like for the Ajinomoto, you have a great founder and Heralbony as well. And you have like your belief is like because like it's really your colleagues, like when you talk to colleagues and like when you talk to the stakeholders, like you have those like a belief from the like the founder believed in. And then like for the Nikka Whisky, it's Masataka-san, Ajinomoto,
Suzuki-san, which I never met, of course.
Yeah, so it's really I think like we thought we're gonna say like a different perspective, but we have a common thing as well.
Is that original perspective for Japanese company? No,
what do you think? It's a little bit. I think because like maybe it's in our culture as a Japanese founder, like like respect for those like a founder, respect for the ancient.
Right.
So,
passing the tradition down to the next generation.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting fact. Okay, so we have 2 or 3 minutes left. So next question is like, how would you describe what your company truly delivers to society beyond its products and services? Because when I hear about like your presentation, it's like okay, you sell products, but I feel like it's beyond the product, I believe. So for Ajinomoto, it's maybe not like only just seasonings. Heralbony, it's not the fashion item probably. And then for the Nikka Whisky, maybe it's whiskey, but it's not over like beyond whiskey. So if it's like beyond product, how are you gonna say that? Hiro wants to start.
Wanna go, ladies first?
But actually, I already mentioned again and again. So we deliver the culture and the love for the whiskey. So my answer is, yeah.
So culture, I think like okay, I'm from the Nikka team perspective. Also like we were talking about it. Also culture, but like creating new values through the whiskey. So like through the whiskey is really important. Like you create new value, culture through whiskey. So that's what you do.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, we are Nikka team so much. How do you think about that?
I really like this question because it really reminds me of our global tagline, which is beyond labels. So what we are delivering to the society, it's not simply beautiful artwork. It's not simply just a story of an artist. It's the philosophy that the belief in like the limitless human humanity, like humanism, and also the human potentials. And what we're trying to do is something that to prove that something socially good can be also very possible and also business as well if we use the creativity and also the the artist like storytelling correctly. So I think that's something that we're delivering.
Cool. Okay, thank you. Hiro-san, what do you think about
Okay. As a food manufacturing company, we provide a lot of seasonings and stuff like that. Of course, through the seasoning, we try to deliver the best delicious food. But on the other hand, we probably also deliver the joy of cooking, and also through the cooking itself, like think of when you have to make a soup bouillon or a consomme. It actually takes like more than like 18 hours if you do it from scratch, but with our product, just 1 tablespoon will save your time. And then you can save that time to do something else that you want to do. So in short, what I think we're providing is actually the well-being of each consumer or our fans to themselves.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so to the wrap up, I think like one thing like we were talking about is like making the culture, creating the culture, like respect for the culture as well. Because like I think like long term, you try to create the long term value, and also like you know like common things like for between these three companies, a global company from Japan. So I believe it's like when you need to do like those like scalability and also creating long term value. You need to respect for the culture, and you have also about the core culture in your company as well. So like those like blend in as well. So I think keyword today maybe is like a respect for the culture.
I agree.
Respect for the society, and also probably like when you do the presentation, you were saying about like a stakeholder-centricity in a different perspective. But I believe like as a Japan's creativity, like we have those like a mind to respect other cultures as well, because we are really good at creating.
That's right.
Good pizza, good pasta, good Chinese food, but into like a Japanese style, right? So
kind of redefining the like cultural.
So new value.
Yeah.
So I think that will be the wrap up today. And then we actually have, so we did the collaboration
Nice.
with Ajinomoto Gyoza, pairing with Paketsuru Pure Mold in the Heralbony cup. So please enjoy after the session. Thank you very much.
Make sure to scan the QR code on the cups.
And then we're playing the sizzle.
Everyone, can you hear the voice of gyoza? It's coming.
So hungry.
Okay, this is the voice of gyoza. So thank you. Please enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you very much.